Staunton is a picturesque historic town in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. The Smithsonian Magazine lists it as one of the best small towns in America, and the Washingtonian Magazine called this town of 25,000 people the architectural gem of Virginia's Shenandoah Valley. Staunton is known for being the birthplace of Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States, and is the home of Mary Baldwin University, a historic women's college. Wikipedia lists over 50 notable people from Staunton in addition to President Wilson. Nearly 200 buildings designed by architect Thomas Jasper Collins line the Staunton streets, and 3 homes in the town are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The Blackfriar Playhouse, a replica of Shakespeare's Blackfriar Theater, is the home of the American Shakespeare Center, a theatrical company. Staunton has a rich cultural heritage, and many of the events in the town can be found on the web. One event that's new this year is scenic train rides that depart from the historic Staunton Railroad Station. On August 4th, 2022, the Buckingham Branch Railroad started offering passenger car rides through the Shenandoah Valley. Riders can choose between 2 different routes, each 3 hours long. One is along the Allegheny Mountains, and the other is along the Blue Ridge. Travelers ride in a modernized 1940s passenger cars and are served a very good meal, which includes a dessert and drinks. The Allegheny Flyer starts in Staunton, goes west through the countryside through a lot of farmlands, and goes as far west as Goshen, Virginia, where it turns around and comes back to Staunton. The other route, also leaving from Staunton, is the Blue Ridge Flyer. This route makes its way across the Afton Mountain, heading east. The train goes through a nearly 3,000-foot long Afton tunnel and then turns around in Ivy, Virginia, and comes back to Staunton. This video was taken on the Blue Ridge Flyer route. On this route, you pass through Staunton, Fisherville, and Waynesboro and ascend roughly 1,000 feet up to the entrance of a nearly mile-long Blue Ridge Tunnel. The train continues over the Afton Mountain, where it makes a turnaround in Ivy and retraces its way for a second pass through the Blue Ridge Tunnel. Although it is called a turnaround, the train does not really turn around. It takes advantage of a set of parallel tracks in Ivy. Here, the locomotive disconnects from the passenger car and makes its way to the opposite end of the car, and then reconnects to the other end of the passenger car and proceeds back to Staunton. This train excursion is very popular and appears to be sold out for the remainder of 2022. Plans for additional trains and cars for next year are being made.